Nako, ang kanyang kaibigan na si President-elect Donald Trump gumalaw na para tulungan ang kanyang mga alyadong bansa o alyadong leaders, mga kaibigan niya, specifically Israel, uh, Russia, and of course, PRRD dahil magkaibigan sila eh. Okay, ito sa news ng GNS. I think an Israeli news media outlet ito. Trump administration plans crippling sanctions on ICC. Okay, basahin ko President-elect President-elect Donald Trump plans to implement devastating sanctions against the International Criminal Court immediately after taking office. Sources close to the matter disclosed to Israel Hayom. Itong newspaper na binabasa ko, Israel Hayom. These executive orders could be unveiled as soon as January 21. So mag-inaugurate, take out si President Trump January 20. January 21, meron ng executive order sanctioning ICC. So anong klaseng sanction? Okay. The sanction package will target both individual ICC personnel, including judges and prosecutors, and the institution as a whole. Okay? So grabe, no? Ang mga judges, prosecutor, may sanksyon. And then, yung ICC as a whole, may sanksyon. So, anong klaseng sanksyon? The administration intends to classify the ICC as an organization threatening U.S. interest. Kalaban ng U.S. government ang ICC. Yan ang ilalagay sa executive order. Employing designation procedures similar to those used by the State Department for terrorist organizations globally. Parang makonsider na terrorist organization ang ICC nito. This designation will trigger severe restrictions on anyone involved with the court's operation. Kagaya itong CPP, NP, NDF dito sa Pilipinas, na-designate na terror organization. Kaya, hirap na hirap sila sa pagkuha ng pundo kasi yung mga bank operations, hindi pwedeng mag-transfer ng pera sa CPP, NP, NDF. Ganyan din itong ICC ngayon. I-declare ng US na kalaban. Nako, ang mga bangko ayaw nang makipag-cooperate sa ICC. Yun na, itong sinasabi ko, pasahin ko. Financial institution worldwide will be required to terminate relationship with ICC personnel or face US sanctions themselves. Walang magawa ang mga bangko. Very powerful ang Amerika. Pag hindi ka sumunod dito, wala ka. Mirroring actions taken against sanctioned Israeli citizens by the outgoing administration, ICC staff will find themselves unable to perform routine banking operations or use credit cards. Kasi sa itong Biden administration, nakikipag-cooperate sa ICC, na-isyuhan ng warrant of arrest si Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at saka yung former defense minister. May warrant of arrest sila. So, pag upo ng Trump administration, itong sanctions na ito will force the ICC na i-withdraw or wala na, mabaliwala na yung warrant of arrest ng Israeli government leaders. The incoming administration's strategy extend beyond unilateral action at it plans to secure commitments from U.S. allies to reject cooperation with arrest warrants targeting Israeli officials. So, talagang grabe ang pag-protect ni President Trump sa Israel. 'Di ba nung unang term niya nilipat niya ang capital ng Jerusalem ng Israel from Tel Aviv ba to Jerusalem. Ganun eh. Talagang all out support si President Trump sa Israel. So, yung sinasabi ko kanina, itong sanctions na ito, these measures aim to create conditions allowing the court to independently withdraw its arrest warrants against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. Officials hope that during appeal proceedings, either Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan or judges will identify legal grounds to rescind these warrants. So, mababaliwala na. Grabe. So, ano ang epekto nito sa Pilipinas? Okay. Dito, mayroong magandang editorial na ginawa ni Optics Politics. Trump sanctions on ICC, a global game changer for the Philippines and the Duterte legacy. So, basahin ko lang itong analysis ni Optic Politics. The announcement that President-elect Donald Trump plans to impose devastating sanctions on ICC has sent shockwaves around the globe. For Filipinos, the move resonates on a deeply personal level, as the ICC's actions have often been perceived as politically motivated, particularly on its investigations into former President Duterte's controversial war on drugs. Trump's bold stance against the ICC could fundamentally alter the international dynamic surrounding the Philippines and vindicate Duterte's supporters who see the court as biased institution. For years, many Filipinos have viewed the ICC not as an impartial judicial body, but as a tool wielded by powerful Western nations to undermine leaders who challenge the global status quo. The ICC's investigation into Duterte's anti-drug campaign, while lauded by some human rights groups, have been criticized domestically as an insult to Philippine sovereignty. Duterte himself famously withdrew the Philippines from the ICC in 2019, labeling it as a colonial relic. Yet, despite the withdrawal, the court has continued its inquiries, much to the ire of many Filipinos who see this as overreach and an attack on their country's independence. Okay, so, ito na ngayon. Pag-upo ni Trump, talagang may issue itong executive order na ito, hindi na makakagalaw ng normal ang ICC. Kasi, i-declare siya na kalaban ng US. So, ang mga bangko, mapipilitan i-cut off ang relationship or transaction with ICC. So, yung mga judges, prosecutors, mga staff, magbiyahe, gagastos, hindi na sila maka-withdraw ng pondo nila sa bangko. So, anong mangyari? Mahirapan talaga sila. So, itong aksyon ni President Trump na ito is para proteksyonan ang US and of course, yung mga kaibigan nilang bansa, specifically Israel. Kasi nga, may warrant of arrest ang Prime Minister. And siguro na rin yung Russia kasi tinuturing na magkaibigan si President Trump at President Putin. Oh, mapapaliwala yung mga warrant of arrest ng mayon. So, si PRRD, kung incoming pa ang kanyang warrant of arrest, kasi hinihintay, yun ang pinagmamalaki ni ex-Senator Trillanes. In case nalalabas ang warrant of arrest, wala na rin. Hindi na makagalaw ang ICC with this US sanction. Kaya pasalamat ang maraming Pilipino sa aksyon na ito ni Trump. Indirectly or directly, baka sinadya, ginawa ito ni Trump para tulungan ang kanyang mga kaibigan, PRRD, Netanyahu, Putin, and of course, yung American interest as a whole, para walang makialam na mga ICC sa kasi nga kung minsan bias din ang ICC. Kaya tama yung ginawa ni PRRD na mag-withdraw sa ICC noong 2019.